Inkcharm Project presents.
Our immortal river flows with the sun. Beneath her brightest hour, fishermen jump in to join their catch, wearing its current as a cloak against the blazing jewel above.
Hello, friends and fae. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Michaela.
And I'm Dana. Today we're going to be getting into Warparty, the Book of Winter's Wealth, Chapter 2, A Journey to the West. All right, when last we left off, our two adventurers, your names being
Olivia
and
Catherine.
were making their way down from a mountain. They just met after so long apart, and they were, well, it was a rough time.
It was a rough meeting.
It was a rough
I got
meeting.
stabbed.
I had the right to do
You
so.
did not have the right.
I did.
My blood belongs in its body, not out for display.
Okay.
That being said, let's dive right in. Chapter 2, A Journey to the West. The mountain path is long and winding, but neither Olivia nor Catherine are strangers to its steps. Having passed several hours, stopping only occasionally while you make your way down, it seems like you've come to a fork in the road. Recalling the way each road leads, you know the left path takes a steep dive that can be dangerous in the rain. But it's far more direct. Although no rain falls on you now, the storm clouds overhead have yet to pass. The right path, however, continues along the mountainside, meandering through denser sections of deeper forest before rejoining the first one at the foot of the mountain. Ultimately, you know that both paths will help lead you down and away from Jadewood Village, taking you west to the Immortal River. Olivia, Catherine, how do you proceed?
Well, Olivia is just making sure that she is not passing out because she looks like she hasn't been eating properly. And while we're going down, she's checking for any signs of them being maybe followed. Maybe she missed somebody. She's more like paranoid, but trying to look like she has it all together because she's like, okay, I have her. She needs to. I feel slightly bad, so she needs to feel like I'm protecting her. Okay.
Alright.
Casual. Yes.
And what of Catherine?
Catherine rolls her eyes at the false concern that's coming from Olivia.
False. Sorry, that's in her head. Michaela's head. Yes.
She's watching as Olivia turns her head from either path, looking behind them. You killed everyone, so what are you looking around for?
I don't know. Maybe they have scouts. Maybe they have somebody who has been watching this happen and just trying to see where I'm going to lead them to for a new town to take over. You never know. Fae
Doubt
are
it.
stupid and freaking...
They're so stupid, so if they're so stupid, why are they sending scouts?
When I say stupid, I mean they don't have sense of... Matt, we don't have time for this.
Which way do you want to go?
Down there. And she'll point down the path where it's like this, assuming the safest way. She doesn't see any sign, hopefully, of travel. Probably people are not traveling right now because it's raining, right? So it's only us two?
It doesn't seem as though it's raining right now. You did have some rain earlier, and there may be rain later. There are storm clouds in the sky. It's hard to tell if they're going to come your way. You can always try checking, but that's for you to make the call.
Yeah. How far will it take us to get to the river, actually? Or are we already by the river? And we're
Do you
just
know
following
this
it?
path?
I do.
Oh, well, that sounds like you should roll for
What isn't? Not
So you can roll for survival
nature,
or history.
Okay, let's see. Survival.
This is to determine which path you think is shorter.
Survival, because I traveled this path before. Okay, survival definitely. Let's do survival and whoopee. 12 plus 4 is 16.
All right. With your knowledge of survival, reading the terrain combined with all the times that you'd made the journey down and back up these mountains when you were a child, there are a few things you know. One, taking the left path is definitely the the most direct. It's steep, though, and that could be a problem if it happens to rain. Moreover, looking at the clouds overhead, they just don't seem trustworthy. Each could menace you with a downpour at a moment's notice, and odds are that moment will soon be upon you. The right path might be longer, but at the very least, you won't be stuck if you end up subject to a downpour.
You'll see Olivia look up and down, ponder for a little bit, and she's going to turn to Catherine and be like, okay, if it wasn't for the clouds, I would say let's go to the left, it's quicker, but let's take the scenic route to the right. Safer for you, safer for us in general.
Whatever. And she starts walking.
As you carry on, you must establish a marching order. Who is in the front and who is in the back?
I am in the front.
Do you allow this?
I guess if she wants me at her back.
I will lead.
Okay.
Putting a lot of trust in a person who you stabbed just a few hours earlier.
Knowing that I can stab you again.
Oh, geez. You continue down the right path for a time, perhaps 15 minutes, when there is a crack and boom overhead. Rain begins to fall, but the ground here is level enough to let you continue walking without problem. Up ahead, there are two people walking down the road, each wearing straw shoulder covers and straw hats. They appear to be human, perhaps Huaran villagers, who belong to another settlement tucked away in the mountains. The two walk in a line, and while the one stranger in back appears to be unarmed, the one leading them possesses a broadsword hanging from his side. Do you simply let them pass?
Mm-hmm. I will move to the right side of the path, as you do when people are traveling on the road. She will, of course, eye you for a few seconds and then, slow down, but keep watching them. Just see if you're going to try to do anything weird. Because she's like, okay, if I have to, I'll shoot you, but I'll not do it first.
How apparent are Catherine's wounds?
Her hand is definitely bandaged at this point.
All right. What's her expression like?
Annoyed.
Oh. Merely annoyed? All right.
Just a general sense of, ugh.
Well, these two travelers pass by without a word if you don't do anything, regarding you each with a nod.
Yeah, I wave.
You are free to continue onwards to the foot of the mountain. It takes several more minutes before you get there, but at last you are free from the mountain. Luscious tracts of green trees and creeping roots await you on your journey to the west. The Immortal River, often viewed as the cradle of Huaran civilization, begins near where you are now. Olivia, you possess a map of the area ahead. You may consult it as needed and share its information with Catherine. You are aware that there are a handful of villages and a sparse few noble holdings tucked away in the mountain forests nearby, the closest one being a little farming village named Mei Lin. You passed it on your way to Jadewood Village, and it is probably within a few miles' walk from here. Overhead, the rains stop, giving you plenty of time to consider your route. It stands to reason that if you reach the Immortal River, you could take a raft or barge from there and put your hiking days behind you for at least one restful week.
Not traveling by a boat. Definitely not.
As for the map, it is the Immortal River's End map. We have that one in the Discord if you need to take a peek at it.
Oh, that'll take me a long time to find.
But I can also, repost it.
This one here.
Okay. So and that would take us to Mei Lin, which is right here. Okay.
Do we have printouts of these ones or not yet?
I don't think I've made any printouts of this one yet.
Okay, so we're by... Okay, if it will lead us to Mei Lin, there's no water leading to it. So we would just have to leave the water path to continue to Mei Lin.
Currently, you're not located on this map. You're off somewhere in the southeast of the map. So, look at that compass. Southeast, you're somewhere over there. Mei Lin is the closest settlement, and from there you could go either way. There's certainly infinite options, whether you choose to go over the river, through the woods, or up some mountains.
If it was me, I would go for the woods, because I can also get some food on the way to sell later on. but now I have a compatriot who's been stuck in a dungeon for many moons. So,
Who knows how many years?
oh, since I left, so what was it? Many. Sorry. No, I will say we would go and end up eventually by the normal path to get to Maylin.
All right.
Because you need to rest. We need to rest.
You could probably use a rest.
Yeah.
One thing that I'm going to be introducing for this is travel. Whenever you travel, I'm going to have you roll 1d4. You can decide which one of you rolls it, but one of you is going to roll it. What happens after that is going to be dependent on the outcome.
What kind of a rule are you imposing now?
Yeah.
Each time that you travel, roll 1d4. On an even number, there may be a travel encounter for the party.
Ooh.
Indeed.
Even? Travel encounter. Gotcha.
Yep.
And you said D4?
D4.
Okay.
It could be any dice since it's based on even or odd, but let's keep it small.
I want to roll.
Oh, you want to roll?
Yeah.
All right. You sure you don't want to fight for it?
Do you?
Go ahead.
All right.
Aha. Aha.
What'd you get?
Even.
An even. Okay. Well then,
Let's fight.
let's see what happens. All right. Interesting.
Seahorses appear. Wild seahorses.
Not quite here. You're a little bit far from the ocean, but traveling through the dense forests of this region, it's pretty okay. You've certainly had enough practice in this type of land to help you through. But eventually, I must ask for your passive perception.
Oh, okay. Well, my passive perception is 11.
All right, and
10.
okay, that's okay. Don't worry about it. All right, so the leader of this party of two is walking ahead, walking down the pathway. There's some nice trees on the side, and the other side you're going through a relatively fine clearing, pushing aside grass as you go. And you go by this one tree, and just as the rear guard, Catherine, passes by this tree, someone bursts from the trees, spear in hand. He has golden eyes, short black hair, and somewhat lackluster armor. I would like for you to roll initiative.
Okay. Does he say anything when he jumps?
Nat 20 plus 1.
13.
Decent. Okay. 13, nat 20 plus 1. All right.
You go twice. That's what I will vote for.
Okay. So, this individual has an element of surprise. Neither of you were quite perceptive enough to catch on to him hiding behind some trees, and he tries to act quickly, but you can tell that there is a desperate expression marking his face as he charges Catherine. He raises a spear and moves to strike with an 8.
No.
He misses, which means that it goes through the initiative chain and back to Catherine. Catherine, how do you respond?
Catherine takes her walking stick, that winter pine staff, swings it into the other hand, and exclaims, "I'll teach you to sneak up on a lady." And in doing this, she pulls a white feather that was tucked in her hair, and she slides it down the length of the staff and kind of motions at him. And she is going to cast Fear.
Oh.
So you have to succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
You're a wizard.
Oh, yes. 19.
Okay, you pass.
Okay. The wisdom of your attacker seems to shine through. Desperate though he may appear, he is one who's seen plenty. His experience in life shows through, and he resists fear.
He's seen plenty of ladies, right? That's why.
Probably at least a few.
And since that didn't work,
What the heck are you?
14 initiative for my friend.
All right.
Ooh.
Your friend has 14 initiative.
Where does he fall?
Your friend comes next.
I use my bonus action to command a small creature hiding in my hair.
You have a creature in your hair?
I have very big hair.
What the?
It's very
It is
large. It's full of
massive.
secrets.
Yep.
Yes.
More than the whole campaign combined.
Oh, I don't. Okay. Sure.
So I command the creature to use his short bow.
All right.
What are you? You possessed being.
All right, and that's going to be a 22.
A 22 hits.
All right, so it's 1 piercing damage.
One
but
piercing damage.
you have to succeed a Constitution saving throw.
All right, and a 6 doesn't pass, does it?
No, you are now poisoned for 1 minute.
All right. Poisoned. Yikes. Any additional effects?
No, that concludes my turn and my friend's turn.
Alrighty. I've set up the situation here. Red is your enemy. This one is the hair. That is just massive hair, and then this is you in green. Little ranger up there.
Okay.
And yourself. Pretty nice, huh? Pretty nice, pretty cute.
Sorry, I'm still processing the creature in the hair right
There's
now.
a creature in the hair.
Like, Olivia, did she see this?
You gotta think fast. The creature's in the hair. Roll for perception if you want to.
She will just look, but she'll move aside so she doesn't shoot her.
Oh, it's not your turn yet, though.
Oh, boy, I don't know. I am perceiving. Do I roll now to perceive? You said quickly.
Yeah, just real quick. Hit me with a...
Did you turn around when we were ambushed?
I never turn around when I get ambushed. When I get ambushed, I start pulling an arrow and just start flying.
Counts as turning around. We'll go with it.
Persuasion, you said? I mean,
Perception.
Perception, oh god.
Yeah.
Whew. Perception.
Believe in your dice.
I am believing in my dice.
Let them be.
A 12.
A 12. Excellent. All right.
I
don't think so. It's raining. We got ambushed.
There's like a
You
small.
You
Elf?
saw something fly out from the hair. You have no idea what it was. I mean, for all you know, it could have just been a fly that buzzed. It could have been some bees. I mean, that's big enough to hide a bee's nest.
Oh, it is a bee's nest.
It's a bee's nest.
Very large.
So it could be that. Who even knows anymore? Yeah.
Okay. So confused.
You think
Oh,
I was gonna come here without tricks?
I don't know what you are.
So
Well, I bleed red blood, don't I?
Okay.
that is true.
Experiments did they do on you? Sorry.
All right. So this warrior is going to make another attempt to jab with his spear at our intrepid defender with the amazing hair and get a 15. How does that do?
It does hit.
It does hit. All right. Very interesting. Since this is with a one-handed jab, it's going to deal 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then it moves on to Olivia's turn. Olivia Pencil, how do you move?
My turn? Okay. So I'm going to move my full movement, which is 5, 10, okay. I'm going to align myself. Okay, and I'm just going to first use her bonus action, and she's going to cast Hunter's Mark upon
Hunter's Mark,
the
all
thing.
right.
So you see the glow of these weird butterflies and moths around this guy, and she's going to shoot now twice into him.
All right.
Hopefully she will hit.
Let's see the first roll.
11 plus 7 is 18.
What's the damage?
The damage for this one, 1d8. Nope. Yes. 1d8 plus 2, and then we're going to add the Hunter's Mark. Yes. Okay.
Carry on.
I rolled 2, and I'm going to use also on top of that the Slayer Prey ability I have.
All right.
And I'm going to add 1d6 points of damage on top of that because it's 2 plus 5, so 7 points of damage for the first one.
7 points
It
of
was
damage.
1d8 plus 2, right? You said
Yes.
it was 1d8
Yes.
plus 2
Yes.
plus your hunter's mark. So you didn't add that plus 2, so
I
it's 9
didn't.
points of damage.
Thank you.
9 points of damage total.
And then I'll roll my second shot,
All right.
and that will be. I will hit with a 20,
Yes, you will.
and I'll just roll these two because I only can use that ability. Slayer's Pay once, so yippee. Okay, 8 plus 4 plus 2 is 14 points of piercing damage.
Describe how these 2 arrows fell your enemy.
The first one goes right into his knee, making him go down, and then when he looks up where the arrow shoots, it's gonna just hit him right in the forehead.
All right. It hits him in the forehead. It punches right through. There's a few flecks of bone that go out there. All in all, though, it's a fairly clean kill. The rain helps. It washes away a lot of the mess. And as he falls down, well, he does have things on him. The fellow has a pack.
Oh yeah.
At the very least, you know he's got a good spear.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone feel like searching?
Oh yes.
Catherine goes up and kicks his body over so his pack is easier to get to.
Roll 1d6.
I'm getting my
Oh,
arrows.
okay. A 1.
You obtain 1 rain catcher.
Oh.
I would like to also, after I got my arrows back, probably getting only 1 out of
Yeah.
these 2, and I'm going to also check the pouch. Are you looking
Pack.
for the pack? Or okay?
Roll 1d6.
Yeah. 5.
You obtain an acid vial.
Ooh. Okay.
Indeed.
Acid vial.
Yeah.
Inventory.
Add those in. I'm going to check one thing. Just wanted to be sure.
Acid vial. Okay.
Acid vial indeed.
And when I do that, does he have any crests on him? Like anything like?
No identifiable crests that you can see. You can try making a check on the spearhead, see if there's anything identifiable there with a history check.
I would love to do that. Let's see this.
Catherine's
thing.
gonna pull back an eyelid and look at the color of his eyes again.
All right. His eyes appear to be golden.
16.
And with a 16, you determine that there's nothing really clear about this. It looks to be just a standard spear. Anyone could be buying this from a town. It, at the very least, seems like local craftsmanship. You've seen spears like this around Qing Ting and other places in the vicinity. So,
Do you
There's
want
that.
this spear?
I already have a staff.
Okay, I'll put this in somewhere and
In
I'll
your
try
pocket?
to sell it. Yeah, I wish It's a folding spear. That's how it definitely works. Okay, this
is it
spear.
now?
It's canon now.
Oh
So,
my.
spear. Okay, I'll add a spear to my inventory.
All right.
Okay, and with that, I would like to look behind the tree and see. I will first of all tell Catherine, like, be on the lookout, and also good job there for not getting killed. And she will go and see if he had like a station or like a place of where he was waiting, like on a tree. Like, was he on the tree? Was he behind the tree? Does he have anywhere like a campsite that he was standing?
Searching around, you don't see any obvious signs of a campsite. There are definitely deep footprints in the mud.
So he was staying there for a while.
Yes.
Okay.
Catherine would like to reflect
Okay.
on her memory.
All right.
Does she know anyone? Has she ran into someone before with this combination of jet black hair and golden eyes?
This particular face seems a stranger to you. You've never seen anyone like that before.
Okay.
Is he bleeding?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of blood. It's getting washed away by the rain, but
Is it red?
yeah,
Okay.
there's red. There was a little bit of pink matter coming out of the back.
Yeah.
That doesn't wash away as easily, so you can take a peek at that. Do you want to investigate more closely?
Yeah.
Describe how you do it.
I will go over him, one leg over the other, over his torso, and just start patting him down.
All right. Roll investigation.
Investigation. 12 plus 3 is 15.
All right, a 15. And remind me, what again were you trying to do?
I am
patting
him down, just trying to see if he has anything of like a lump or any like
Pockets,
yes.
secret stash.
Yeah, just like nicely going.
You are eventually able to find a little journal on him.
A journal, intriguing. Okay, does this journal have any specific leather to it? Is it like deer or cow? I don't know.
It is brown leather.
It is brown. Okay, so it can be anything.
It could be all kinds of things.
Okay.
Do you try opening it up? You gonna read a dead man's journal?
Not yet. I'll keep this
Not
for
yet?
later.
Oh, jeez.
It is raining after all.
It is raining, yeah.
I'll put it in my nice pouch.
All right, well, that's that.
No coin, no food.
Nope, you already found what loot you get.
Okay. Well, I'm sad. They didn't have more. Okay.
How are you guys feeling?
Catherine flips her hair over her shoulder and continues walking on the path that they were before.
Was she stuck in a basement? Was a person reacting like this, stooping outside of the... Just like, oh
Are
my...
you mumbling this audibly?
Yes, a little bit.
You don't know anything about me.
I don't know anything about you. So that's what I'm doing here. Pondering.
Let's go. There could be more.
Do you maintain the same marching order with Olivia in front?
Or do you let Catherine continue her lead?
I'll let her
She's
continue.
leading right now.
I will let her lead.
All
I
right.
am just like being like, I'm just observing her. I'm like,
You can barely see her with all of that massive hair covering her.
what the heck is
You can
that?
see just hair and then kind of feet pitter-pattering in front of you.
How is it so... No. Okay, and just like...
The rain doesn't seem to be squashing it down
yeah,
at
I'm
all.
like... While she has
cannot
her
be
hair
defeated.
like... Her hair is just like going slowly and she's like, how is it looking so luscious?
I
Like, what?
swear there's just a very slight flicker of some of the hair as if something had moved it.
Lice.
Ew.
Oh no.
Just like, I'm gonna keep a note of that. And hopefully I can figure out if it's just giant lice that grow in dungeons somehow.
With all that being
Cockroaches.
said, oh no. This is such a backstory. All that being said, it takes a few hours of journeying, but you eventually arrive at Maylin, a small village nestled in the mountains. It seems that the village has cut into the cliff sides to form terraces upon which to farm rice. Though their rice paddies dominate much of the land around you, the village itself is only a handful of buildings. 7 houses built from wood and straw define this place. Most of the townsfolk appear to be out working the fields, but 2 are within the village itself. One looks to be a farmer, the other an older woman in a rocking chair. Both have black hair and lovely golden eyes.
Greetings. I'm back.
Which one do you say that to?
To both, if they're close to each other, right? So, I don't know.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, so the older woman doesn't seem to hear you. The other one, though, a lanky farmer with a few missing teeth, he looks to be packing a pipe with dried leaves at this time. He looks up to you and he goes, "You the one from earlier?"
If you mean the halfling person that came across here, yes, it's me.
Oh, okay. Did you do what you needed to do?
I did, and I did the needing thing that I did.
Was it good? Was it nice? Did you get what you needed out of it?
I thought I did. I still feel like there's still much to do, but I feel some sort of peace now, a little bit. Even though I'm right now really confused.
Really confused. Sounds like what you really need is to be at peace. You know, if you need to be at peace, he taps his pipe. I've got some things that can help with that.
Yeah, you offered that before. Maybe later.
You know, all it takes is just a deep breath in, and you'll be feeling, good as can be. That friend of yours, you think they might...
No.
No? Well, you know, we got some other stuff too. If breathing it in doesn't do you one good, Sometimes you just need something else, a different way, just a little pinprick, and you're over the rainbow.
Are we staying in this town?
No, I was thinking about it, but he's being more weirder than last time.
Well, if you don't want that, we've also got one more very special
No.
item.
Please, no.
Are you sure?
I question.
With a hair like yours, you might need it.
Was I okay?
He holds up insect repellent.
When I stayed here before, did I stay? Because I usually don't stay in inns or anything. I usually try to find like a farmhouse or anything to stay up there. Probably I did the same thing here.
Odds are you stayed with the older woman who didn't hear you.
Ah, okay. And what time of day is it?
Currently, I would say it's getting towards late afternoon.
Okay. Well, I don't want us to travel at night, but also don't want us to be near him. But we can stay with the lady, I think, again, and she doesn't really listen. I'm still not sure if she actually can hear you. She didn't stop me last time, so
Stop you from doing what?
sleeping in her house.
You didn't.
I
You
gave-
didn't tell her.
I
You
told
didn't-
her I thought she nodded. I gave her money on the table, and I just went upstairs into the attic.
Old lady Yi Shun Xiao, she really does like having company. If you're looking for a place to stay, I'm sure she would be more than happy to accommodate both of you tonight, says the farmer. He whistles through his missing teeth.
Ooh, I will not shoot an old man. Not today.
He's like middle-aged, probably.
Not shoot this middle-aged man.
He just looks old on the outside.
I will not kill this
He
man.
might be old on the inside.
You're gonna make me kill this
Maybe
guy.
he's young at heart.
Oh God.
Who knows?
Okay. And I'm like, okay, I would like to go. They don't have many shops in here, so I cannot
There
probably.
aren't many shops.
Yeah.
You certainly didn't see any before. It's really more like if you want to try and buy something, talk to one of the people there, see if
Yeah.
they have anything on offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be reading my notes, writing some stuff down that I saw at Jadewood. You can, I don't know, you can relax. I don't know what you want to do. Do you need coin? Do you want to buy something for yourself?
sure.
And she will give you 5 gold pieces.
While you hand over that coin, the farmer stares intently.
Be careful. They are desperate for money. They sometimes deserve it, but they are always just so weird.
What is your insect repellent made of?
Oh, my insect repellent is made of the finest incense. It's wonderful barks, a little bit of grit. When you burn it, the smoke will do wonders.
Where do you get your bark from?
Oh, just the trees around this area. You can get them easily enough if you know where to look, but drying it takes time.
I'll go collect bark if you give me half off on the incense.
You want to collect some bark out there? Well, the incense is only 1 silver piece. You sure you're looking to negotiate that?
Yes.
Well, okay, he says, one moment, disappearing into a nearby home. When he comes back out, he has a sample of bark that is still drying. Like this, he says, holding it up. Looks to be green with little red streaks throughout it. Quite a strange looking bark.
Have you ever seen this bark before?
You might have seen it in your days. You've certainly spent plenty of time out in the woods. Whether or not you know how to actually produce any sort of insect-repelling incense from it is another story.
No.
Catherine tries to grab it from his hand.
Ah, he says, trying to avoid that. He does not succeed. You snatch it right from his hands.
I rip it in half and give him the other half back. I need to know what I'm looking for.
Okay, well, make sure you come back. I would hate to have lost some of my future product.
She flips her hair and just starts walking aimlessly around this place.
All right. Does she go out into the woods surrounding the area to look for these trees?
How far is it?
The woods, if you go kind of southwards, you'll be able to
Like-
get to them pretty quickly.
Back the way we came, kind of?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you go out any other direction, there's a lot of farmland that kind of encroaches on the woods. So it'll be a little bit of a walk through some rice paddies.
I'll go back the way we came.
All right.
While she's gone, I would like to go approach somebody else than this farmer.
All right. Well, there's that older woman there.
I'm going to try to talk to her again. Hello?
The older woman is sitting there wearing some relatively fine silks. She reclines in a rocking chair, looking over a notebook, occasionally dabbing a quill into some ink on a stool beside her chair to jot down notes. She is checking up on something.
Hi, do you remember me?
Oh, she squints. Oh, yes, you're the one who was staying with me just the other night. You really should have taken some time to converse with me.
Oh, I just didn't know if you wanted to talk. Usually, I assume you were not listening?
Why would you assume that? I let you into my home. I like to know who's staying there. My doors are always open, but that doesn't mean you need to shut the door to your heart on me.
Today, I do have some questions for you. Are you guys missing anyone? Is there any troubles happening that some people from your village might be maybe hunting in the woods and attacking people?
Well, we've had a few problems recently. In the past, there were some bears around, but a few very helpful adventurers came through and they took care of it. Looked to be a very old-looking fellow, said he was a chef, and this young one, just the cutest thing with jet black teeth. Anyways, with them having come through here, we don't have as many problems, just, the books, the numbers. I've been checking on the old grain taxes compared to the new ones, and I'm just not sure if the village will have enough rice to pay in grain instead of gold this year. Now, if you happen to be willing to purchase a few odds and ends from me, I'm more than happy to part with them for some gold in exchange. It would certainly help us make it through if it turns out that we don't turn up enough grain to help out with fulfilling our quota for the year.
Do you have any arrows, or does anybody sell arrows?
I have an insect-repelling salve and a grappling hook.
Mm-hmm.
Those are not arrows.
Of course, they're not.
Very astute.
You could rub one of them on an arrow. That's something you could do. Make it real slick as it slides in there.
Nah. How much is the grappling hook?
2 gold. If you're willing to give me 3, I can give you a kiss on the forehead.
No, thank you.
It's very lucky, you know. The village elders around here have a very long relationship with fate and destiny.
I do.
Take the old lady's kiss.
I do worship fate and
Everyone
destiny.
loves granny kisses.
Does she though?
Her lips seem cracked but ready.
It's been so long since Olivia had the touch of a mother figure.
You swear you smell cookies, but you know this can't be true. She's done so many numbers today. When could she have baked them?
She doesn't like people touching her.
That's right, she was making dumplings instead. You've been fooled.
No.
She's got great vinegar sauce. You can smell it from here.
What if you give me? I don't know. Was it the bug spray you mentioned, or what did you say? Incense?
I have an insect-repelling salve and a grappling hook.
Mm-hmm. And both of them would be for 3 gold if you give me a kiss.
Well, if you want the kiss, you have to pay for 1 gold on top of whatever you buy. I am very lucky.
Okay, this might be a sign.
I always used to get lucky when I was young, too. It just kept going all the way into my old age. You could be the same, you know.
I will be praying today, but if she is part of faith and I am open-minded, like my dad was, I am going to...
Your dad was very open-minded.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I feel like if I don't get this grappling hook, it's going to bite me in the butt.
So with all of these things coming up, the potential of a granny kiss for 1 extra gold, insect repellent salve for 1 gold, and a grappling hook for 2 gold. The time's come for you to make your decision.
I am for the people, and I do want them to prosper. I'm okay with bugs, honestly. So I'm going
you're
to,
okay with bugs?
yes, bugs don't like me, and they avoid me, but I'm not sure why. But I'll buy that hook,
You'll buy the grappling hook.
the grappling hook. I will buy that, as well as I will,
She holds out her hand, awaiting 2 gold.
I will accept the kiss as well. Grappling hook.
All right. She takes 3 gold in total, and then beckons you closer, hands outstretched, tiny little arms awaiting your cheeks.
Is she a T-Rex?
I need to go on my tippy toes to reach her because I'm so short. So I'm like, okay.
She is also very short. She takes your cheek and pulls your head closer to her, and then presses her cracked lips upon your forehead.
Okay.
There you go. Just as promised. And you feel a surge within you. Strength, power, wisdom, intelligence, dexterity, constitution. No, it's just bardic inspiration.
Ooh, okay.
Or, well, regular inspiration, but it'll just be
Granny inspiration.
put down as a inspiration.
Yeah.
1d6. Granny has assisted you. Luck is on your side. You have 24 hours to use this. You can use it for any roll on a d20.
Okay. Thank you, Granny.
My name is Yishun Shao.
Yushin Shaw.
Yishun Shao.
Shaw, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Are you going to be staying with me again?
If you allow us
You'll
to.
have to pay if you want any more of those lips, though.
I had enough. Maybe my friend will accept a kiss from you, but
Well, you know, I did help you get a little more lucky today, didn't I?
we will stay here.
You will. You say we. Who's the other one? Was it that girl who walked off with a bee's nest for a head?
Yep. The bee's nest girl. She's a friend of mine. She's gonna be big. She's joining me on my travels, and she also needs a place to rest. Do you have any, I don't know, healing kits or anything?
Oh, I'm afraid I lack anything of that sort, but you can spend a fair bit of time here. You'll simply need to pay me to help out with the cost of feeding you all. I won't let you go hungry. We do have rice and hot chilies and oil that we can put over top of it. Very delicious.
I don't know how long we'll stay, but
Well,
I can
if
help
you
with some
do stay,
chores.
make sure you try some of that. I love to bring the spice to my guests.
I remember that. It was something.
It was quite something. It could be something more.
You worry me, Granny.
So, how many days are you looking to stay?
Maybe 1 or 2.
1 or 2 days will constitute at least 2 short rests.
And depending on how she's doing with her wound, if you have any alcohol, I'll purchase that so we can clean it.
I don't have any, but old Li Shun, the farmer over there, might have some. I can talk to him for you, don't worry. You just get into bed and I'll take care of the rest. It'll be merely 2 gold to make sure I take care of all of it for you, though. I need to give him proper compensation for his wares, after all. And this will also take care of your food.
Deal.
Thank you very much. She takes the 2 gold and gives you 1 bonus kiss on your hand.
Thank you.
No extra inspiration.
It upgrades from a D6 to a D8.
D8.
Wow.
Oh, okay. And with that, I will wait on the patio so I can see when Beehive Girl, Catherine, will show up. And I'm going to open the Dead Man's Journal
All right.
and start reading it.
We'll read the dead man's journal, then see what's happening with Catherine. The dead man's journal is titled as belonging to Bo Shu. He says within his journal, "It has been 34 years since I was born, but now I feel that I have grown into the warrior I was meant to be, and yet I must lament a simple fact. I have nowhere to turn my spear. None of the local lords at their estates need a guard, and they believe that anyone with a spear is enough. And they do not believe that I am worthy of what I charge. 25 gold per day for my services is a premium that few would be offered, but I have been giving it to these people. I have been stating that I will help them for such a measly price because I believe that they are worth the protecting. They have scorned me by turning this down, and someday they will pay. For now, I take to the road. I will see what I can do. I will make sure that people understand. If they don't have my spear at their back, then they'll have it in it instead."
Sounds like he needs therapy.
Yeah. Don't know what your deal was, buddy.
He can't afford it. No one's paying his rates.
Yeah. But I hope you rest in peace.
The next page says, "I will never rest in peace if I should fall to anything but a warrior's death. And by warrior's death, I mean on a true battlefield, just to be sure."
He's gonna hunt the forest for a very long
Yep.
time. Okay. She giggles a little bit.
You feel something kind of tingle. It's the hairs on your arm standing up when you close this book.
Now I'm haunted. That's fun.
All right, now let's see what's going on with Catherine as you enter the big wide woods.
Don't get killed.
Catherine bunches up all of her hair and uses a chunk of it to wrap the rest of it in a tight knot.
Okay.
She's not used to so much, and it's so humid.
So humid.
She's marching through the woods, kind of holding up this bark against other trees, looking at the leaves to see if any of them are different. Is she able to locate the tree that she is looking for?
Roll me a nature check. Oh my.
13 plus 0, because she don't go outside. Or actually, it's plus 2, so 15.
You go
All right,
outside?
she's been outside for at least a few hours now.
You have more nature than I do?
I don't know how. That wasn't my intention.
So now, maybe it's from all the time spent dreaming about nature.
Looking out of her cell bars.
There was
Studying-
no basement. Oh my god, they're so sad. Sorry.
It's 13 points of bird watching.
I have a proficiency in birds.
Oh god.
Birds aren't real. Okay, so anyways, there you are, holding it up against trees, and you finally find a tree that kind of matches, you know? It looks like the tree. It smells like the tree. You can see if it tastes like the tree, but I mean, I'm not going to force that on you. That's for you to decide.
I'm not eating that.
All right.
I'll eat it.
Does it feel like the tree?
Does it?
It does. What are you going to do?
She is going to pull out... Didn't I pick up a knife or something?
You did. There was a few daggers.
Okay.
3 daggers, and I gave you a few. I gave you 2?
All right. So I'm going to use one of my daggers and just start stripping as much bark as I can carry.
You managed to strip that bark.
How much?
Why don't you roll 1d4?
That's it? 4.
You get 4 lengths of bark. They're pretty good.
All right.
Yeah. But then something within the tree begins to move.
I'm going to stab whatever creepy crawly thing is moving.
You swiftly manage to stab it before it can pose any threat and see a very foul-looking yellow liquid ooze from the cracks where your knife had gone into the tree.
What the heck? Is that the thing that we were hunting? Wait. Oh, sorry, it's different. Sorry, I'm plotting. I am theorizing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Neither does Catherine.
I will tell you later.
Okay.
This is side character stuff.
Oh, okay.
Catherine is going to soak up as much of it as she can into her rain catcher.
Interesting decision. All right. You soak up 1 amount of a very special contact poison.
So my rain catcher can catch up to 8 gallons.
All right.
So I have 1 gallon somehow.
No.
Or
Whoa.
We'll just call it 1 amount, which can be used to apply to a weapon.
okay,
and
1 usage.
1 usage, yes, 1 usage, we'll say. And when you use it, if you strike an enemy with this weapon or piece of ammunition, such as an arrow or crossbow bolt, then the creature that is struck must roll a Constitution saving throw. If it fails, then the creature will take 1d4 poison damage, and it will also see everything around it as a bear.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it just gonna go off of my regular saving throw modifiers?
We'll say it's DC 15.
Okay. Cool.
And I'll just call this a worm poison. An injury trigger.
How long does it last for?
1 hour.
Does that have poison damage on every turn, or everything they see is a bear for 1 hour?
Everything they see is a bear for 1 hour. The poison damage is just that first
Okay.
1d4.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
Did you just see bears talking? If the people are talking?
Yeah, mostly brown bears.
That's so fun. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
But it's, it's spooky. It's real spooky. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Use it as creatively as you see fit.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, you got that taken care of. You've managed to acquire some bark.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you proceed?
She is going to look around in the trees for anything else that may look interesting. Any flowers or fruits.
Roll for perception.
Sorry, I'm trying to add those items in. 12.
12. You see a very brightly colored purple bird up in the trees.
No, touch it.
It lets out the most beautiful sounding caw.
She's going to throw the dagger at it that already has that contact poison on there.
Okay. Roll to hit.
All right. Let me just equip my dagger so I can actually do this.
Did you throw stuff in the jail cell?
Maybe. I probably threw some stuff at my captors. I rolled a 6.
A 6. You definitely miss this burb. Your dagger sails up and gets stuck in a tree.
I go to climb the tree.
All right.
Grab my dagger down.
Roll your athletics check.
Well, I rolled a 19, but -1.
You get up that tree. You manage to grab your dagger, put it back in, and watch from all the way up on high as that burb flies off. Flap, flap, flap.
And those purple feathers were so pretty.
They were very pretty. You do see a section nearby where there's one feather that's just kind of lodged into some twigs and leaves on the tree. You'd have to stretch to get to it, and it's hard to tell if that branch would be able to support you, but who knows?
She's a halfling. She'll be good.
I am quite small.
You are quite small. It's up to you if you want to risk it. That
And
feather's out there.
famished, too.
It's bright purple.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
On acrobatics?
You said athletics.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say athletics?
Well, you said athletics for the first one.
For the I think this next one is more of an acrobatics one. 'Cause
All right,
it's-
well then it's an 11 because I got a +1 in acrobatics.
Wow. So I'll say that you haven't fallen yet, but you're still just kind of perched, teetering. You're reaching, but you're not quite there. You'd have to do one more check to see if you can get it or not.
All right, here's stretching out my pretty fingernails.
Does
I
she,
rolled a 3.
does she do manicuring in that dungeon?
it snaps.
Oh no.
The branch breaks.
I use inspiration to show up there magically and catch her.
I don't know about all that. You're pretty busy getting kissed by Granny.
So I fall, what, 10 feet?
You're going to be falling 20 feet.
20 feet?
You small.
Mm-hmm.
We double our damage when we fall.
Oh, God.
No, we don't.
Sorry, that's what I was saying. Don't mind me. I am just having a good time thinking about ways to die. Don't mind me.
So you're gonna roll 2d6.
I roll natural ones.
8.
You take 8 bludgeoning damage when you land.
God damn it.
However, that feather is floating down.
Yeah,
It's-
and you bet I'm gonna take my spoils.
Yep, it's floating down. It's almost landing on top of you.
It might be poison. That's Michaela saying. Lore scares me.
I step back and let it fall to the ground and then pick it up where it lays.
All right. Do you have any gloves on?
The entire thing is poisoned?
That's what Dana said.
No, I don't have gloves on.
All right. So you pick it up,
We're gonna find you dead in the woods.
And then
and then make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh God. Sorry, when I hear colorful birds
12.
in this area. Oh.
12. All right. As you pick it up, you're going to be rolling 1d10.
Nice.
7.
You take 7 poison damage.
And I have a purple feather.
You have a purple feather, but it stings as you're holding it, and you start to feel your vision go blurry, and you're getting light on your feet. Do you put it down yet?
I tuck it into my pouch.
You tuck it into your pouch. The purple feather is now in your pouch, and your hand is kind of a little bit greasy.
I smear it on my other dagger.
All right, you smear it on your other dagger.
Are you a rogue? Or what the heck are you? I cannot figure it out.
Are you metagaming right now?
I don't know. Like I'm like, do you have? Okay, you have that, but then I'm like,
Yeah.
what? You have that?
A lot of things starting equipment involves daggers.
I know, but
Yeah,
like,
you gave them to me.
I know, but I like stab. I'm like, okay, maybe she's a magical person, and then I was like, oh no, but then you have something in your
Plot
hair.
twist, what if you guys are the same class?
I would laugh if you were a ranger. That would be so funny.
With the exact same spells?
No,
What if? What if it's just a mirror image?
you're scaring me.
Moving on. After this, got my bark. Got my stupid purple feather. I'm going back to town.
You hear more burbs almost mockingly tweet, tweet, and caw as you walk back to town. You get there just in time to see a really, really, really big kiss being put on your companion's head. And, while you're walking up, more chatting happens between them, and then she goes inside while Granny walks off to get something, which she will be bringing back. It's the booze that was asked
I'm
for.
on the patio actually reading that book.
Ah, yes, you're on the patio reading that book.
Journal.
The journal on the patio being read is an excellent read.
You just see a really like almost she's snickering while she's reading this, and then when she turns the page, she's like, oh, okay.
Catherine stomps up, looking haggard, exhausted.
Are you okay?
Is that dead man's diary more interesting than your own life? She goes inside and slams the door behind her.
What did I ever? Well, fair.
You stabbed me twice.
Continue.
Oh, she closes the door, and I'm like, oh boy. And she will wait for the lady to bring back, hopefully, the alcohol that she needs.
The alcohol is returned shortly.
Thank you so much. I'm going to go try to talk to my compatriot.
Oh, yes, I wish you luck. Just remember, sometimes all it takes is a few candles to get the mood just right so that you won't have to worry so much about all the pretense. Just talk to each other.
Solid advice.
For healing, I don't know, it might make it much more comfortable. I don't know.
Yes, relaxation is the key to bringing any sort of restorative energy to one another.
Thank you. And she'll go inside. I don't have any candles, only a torch and a tinder.
You find several candles inside, most of them melted way down.
I'm going to take a
my.
few. I'm like, Catherine.
They smell pretty good too.
Catherine, I have something to help you with that wound. And not sure I have food too. Where are you? Where did you go inside?
Upstairs, I guess.
That's where I was. So I assume I was in the attic before
All
too.
right. You guys are upstairs. There's even more candles there now. Some of them different colors.
I'm gonna light those up. I don't know. The lady says if I'm bringing this, I should light up candles. I don't know. It's maybe some kind of village ritual thing when it comes to healing. I have some alcohol for that wound. I'm sadly not really a healer, but we need to clear that out. Do you want to do it or do you want to let me do it?
I'll do it.
Okay. Some snacks too if you want.
Do you have a cloth? Is there any kind of...
I do actually. Yes, like it considers my common clothes. I'll give you one of my common clothes and just like.
Okay. I take the remnants of this cotton shirt, douse it in alcohol, and I press it to wherever I was stabbed before I forget. I know
I only
the
stabbed your hand.
the hand wound, and then you also caught me with an arrow once.
Did I?
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I never shot you.
You didn't shoot me, but you were waving around an arrow.
Oh yeah, that was by accident. Yeah, that was the natural like something one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
So I'm gonna just grit my teeth, cleaning out the wound, just kind of turning away from you.
Roll a medicine check.
Don't want your help.
Just left you in the dungeon. How are the candles smelling?
That's a +0.
They smell pretty all right. Sprucey.
I rolled a 3.
You got a 3. All right.
I can help you with that.
I don't want your help.
You splash some of it around, and like you're kind of rubbing around it instead of really on it. Just it stings so much whenever you're doing it. And you're like, maybe just like this is enough. You're just like a little dab's okay, but like it's not okay. So the effectiveness of your self-treatment is dubious at this time.
It's fine. I don't need your help.
I just want to say I am sorry, but also I'm not really sorry. You have no idea how it was trying to figure out who is actually real, and then seeing your face and seeing everybody's faces and just being not them. Just have to always make sure.
Real?
Sorry, real.
They were all real. Every one of them was real. The person who put me in that cell was real.
It's hard for me to consider very normal, regular. They just seem like monsters and beasts to me. Who fucking takes over a whole village but also the mayor did that shit and it was him. Just him the whole time, so I should have not got carried away, but also you should not be this upset. I'm trying to help you. Or I don't know what you want to do. I don't know what you're thinking when you're locked up. Do you want to talk about it? It must have been awful.
When she shut the door on me, I had no idea what was going to happen next. I didn't know who would be the next person to open it. I didn't know how long I was going to be there. It doesn't matter. Why am I talking to you about this?
Because trauma is a thing you should talk about.
You're a stranger. I mean, sure, we knew each other when we were kids, but you're older than me. Your sister, is she still alive?
She will turn around. She's like, she is not with us anymore. She'll not face you because she is slightly shaking, so you might assume that she might be trying to hold some tears in.
Little Lenny. She's dead.
When we ran, we got on the boat, and the current took the boat and just tossed her off of it, and she was taken by the waves. Never seen her again.
I'm sorry. That's a terrible thing to happen to a child.
We're all children when this bullshit happened. And Gibbek, he says we should talk about stuff like this. So I'm trying.
Gibbek?
He's like a friend. I think he says I'm his best friend. He's fine. I did stab him too.
Friends. You stabbed him too.
Yeah, I did actually.
Oh, God.
I just stabbed him.
It sounds like you are the one who needs to talk to people about things.
I've been trying. I'm talking to you right now.
I'm exhausted.
Me too.
How long are we staying here?
Until you feel better. So it could be a day or two.
Or a week?
Do you need a week?
Probably.
Then we stay here a week.
I have to talk to that old man tomorrow.
About what? Oh, the thing. Oh yeah, how was the bark hunt?
I got a good amount, I guess. I don't know.
Did you fall? As I look at your, like, probably dirt and everything. Yeah.
Twigs in hair.
Do you need me to brush your hair? No, do you need
Don't
a brush?
touch my hair.
Okay. I will brush my hair.
Don't touch my hair.
The hair seems to bristle at you, as if angry at the mere suggestion that you would be allowed to touch
I
it.
think you have something in your hair and it's freaking me out.
There's twigs. All right, I'll get them.
Okay.
A tiny little spider seems to be getting ready to make a web.
What the There's spiders in my hair?
He's a real cutie. He's
Is
got
he from the fall?
super big eyes.
Oh, I know what spider it is. Okay.
Brushing his face like that.
Okay.
He'll keep all the other bugs out. He just needs
I
a home.
suppose that's good.
You gotta be nice to him, though.
I'm going to bed for now.
Mm-hmm.
Please try not to stab me in my sleep.
I'll try.
All right. So, if I am not mistaken, you intend to begin a long rest now?
Yeah.
All right. 2 things are going to happen over the course of this long rest, which will be taking 1 week. House rules. House rules.
Mm-hmm.
A long rest is 1 week, and a short rest takes about 8 hours, so a night sleeping, more or less. All right. Also, during a long rest, you will be doing lifestyle expenses, though at this point you're paying directly for them through your payments to this old lady.
Mm-hmm.
Old lady Yi Shun Xiao. Now, she is going to, hearing that you are staying for a week instead of 2 days, ask you for 1 additional gold coin.
Fair, I'll do it.
All right.
Each or total?
Total.
At some point, I would like to barter with the old man about the amount of bark.
Indeed. We can do that now over the course of this long rest.
Okay.
All right. You will you'll go seeking out this lanky farmer with a few missing teeth. He's still packing that pipe with dried leaves. And there he goes. He sees like, oh, hey there. Welcome back.
Here's your bark back.
Excellent.
She hands him back the torn piece.
He takes back the torn piece, and for the rest of it, then?
Here. And she pulls out 4 lengths of it.
Oh, wow, 4 lengths. So for each length, you'll be getting 1 insect repellent incense for half off. That's just a total of, if you give me 4 of those, he does a little bit of math on his fingers, counting some up. There's too many fingers going up. I have... Anyways, I love her so much. So, where was I? Math.
That would be 2 silver for 4
2
pieces.
silver. Thank you. Yeah, that'll be 2 silver for 4 pieces, he says, as a town street cat comes over and hops into his lap, brushing its tail against his face.
I want 5 pieces.
5 insect repellent incense for the same price?
For 2 silver. Because I took out one of those purple birds.
Oh, did you now? Mm-hmm. Roll for persuasion first, and then deception.
Wave that feather and you'll get advantage.
16 for persuasion.
All right, so he's open to the idea, but
And a 13 for deception.
a 13 for deception. He doesn't seem to be believing you. You say you took out one of those purple birds?
She pulls out her pouch and opens it up, showing the very bright purple feather.
Do you touch the feather when you do this?
I do not. I open the pouch.
Oh, well, I tell you what. If you give me that feather, I'll give you 10 gold right now.
And the 5 blocks.
5 blocks I cannot do. I need to make sure I've got enough supply.
You did say it takes a while to dry. The
Yeah.
4 blocks, as we agreed upon, is 5 and the additional 10 gold.
Very well.
She kind of dumps the feather out.
He puts on a glove and picks it up very gingerly, inspecting it against the light, looking at the glisten, the gleam, the shine, the shimmer, the oils upon it. It says, yeah, that's a Jun feather, right?
It's
So then-
greasy. Be careful.
Ah, I know. I've seen more than a few of these. We've lost a few people over them.
Mm-hmm.
He puts this into a little cloth wrap, in which he pockets. All right. Well, good doing business with you. And he gives you the gold and the goods.
Pleasure. And then she's going to go back to Yishun Xiao.
Ah, Yi Shun Shao is there awaiting you. She's still wearing her nice silks, and there's a few more stains on them today than previous days. You gotta wonder, how many days does she wear these silks each week? Anyways.
Granny,
Yes?
thank you for letting us stay with you.
Oh, it's all right. I was happy to help that other one get a little bit more lucky this week.
Luck is good.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, she says.
If I may,
Mm-hmm.
can I do you a favor?
Well, what is the favor?
And she will go like this over the stains, like wiping away the stains on her silks, and say Clara Scintilla, and clean the stains on her beautiful silks.
You're a fey creature.
The older woman's eyes go wide as she sees this. What did you do?
Being clean is a luxury. And you do so much for others, you deserve to have a little bit of luxury. And these silks, don't you think they deserve it?
They do, but I've never seen something like this with my own eyes. Are you some witch of the woods, having wandered in here?
I don't know what I'm supposed to be, Granny.
In all my years, I never thought that I would see one with my own eyes. Tell me, dear, where are you going next?
Wherever that one decides. She calls me her compatriot, but I think it's more like I am her captive.
Fuck you! I asked you what you want to do, and you're like, I don't know, whatever.
Are you standing next to me and Granny right now?
No, I'm feeling the vibe from the... just like, who's talking shit
Do you just
about
like,
me?
are your ears burning? Like
A little bit. Shit talking me. I'll continue. I'm not there, I think.
No,
I'm hunting for animals right now.
Sure.
I'm
You-
hunting for bunnies.
you do an excellent job catching a score of ladybugs.
I need meat.
If
I'm
you put
using
enough
my-
together, they get real beefy.
I need meat to
They've got
sell.
that crunch,
insects
that
are a
crisp.
great source of protein.
But people don't buy them usually.
Ladybugs are actually quite oozy. They're not very good,
Ew,
but they
ew,
could
stop. Ew.
be. They could be wonderful bait for other
Crickets,
bigger
go for
things.
crickets.
I am a hunter.
Now that
Hunt
being
those
said,
crickets.
that being said,
Anywho.
bye, princess. That being, I love her. That being said, as the street cat runs away for now, possibly to return soon, like real soon, Yishun Shao says, "Let me offer you a piece of advice, dear. Lend me your ear. Whatever it is that you got, whether it's some spark within you or a secret you've been studying in the darkness, you shouldn't be letting someone other than yourself direct it. Anyone who spends time with the old books, the stories, knows that is a recipe for disaster. If you decide to let someone else shape your strength, they'll shape it into a tool, one made for their hands alone."
I have no desire to be anyone else's tool.
And I hope that you have no desire to become a witch of the woods either. Perhaps one in the stately courts, yes, but you know what happens to those who dwell out there in the wild.
Yes, they get hunted down by tiny redheads.
And then those who survive become just as vicious as the animals that they cavort with. The owl witch alone is a story that many of us tell out here.
You'll have to tell it to me next time I pass through.
I hope that you will last that long.
And Catherine will grasp Granny's hand and give it a smooch before going back to find Olivia.
Now look who's getting lucky. And then you go back to Olivia. The two of you are free to discuss if you so choose. Otherwise, we will skip ahead to the end of your rest.
I will make friends with the local cats.
Okay, you do an excellent job. They love you.
Yep.
No roll
Nat
required.
20 on that one.
Thank you. With that, I'm still trying to
They kind of chew up your journal,
journals,
though.
yeah.
Yep.
Don't touch it, don't touch
Did
it.
you have catnip in your pocket? Add catnip to your
I
inventory.
have catnip now in my inventory.
You acquire just a metric unit of catnip.
Okay. I have so much fur on me. Catnip. This will be bad. But anyway, I am trying to, of course, hunt some prey. I want to get some food for us so we don't starve. No
Okay.
kidding. And I'll ask around about if they have seen anything suspicious, any weird melting butterflies in the area, anything magically inclined.
The farmers have nothing to say on that matter, but they do speak of these things called yeren.
Oh, I know those. Never met
Yes.
one.
They tell you about how these beasts that seemed like the shape of a man but far larger, covered in thick hair, dominate the waterside. Any section of the river that is shaded by trees might as well be their domain. They are huge, they are powerful, and for all they know, many of the things that might harm most mortals has little impact on them.
Well, I was always lucky. Never seen those before, but thank you for the warning. And if there's now any fey signs or anything, with hopefully some meat in my pocket and friends of cats on the way, that'll be probably everything I'll do in the meantime while resting in this village.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did we gain any XP?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, an excellent question. So, combined with reaching this town, you guys have obtained a total of 275 XP per character.
207? Wait, what?
275.
275 experience. Gotcha. Play changes. Ooh. Okay.
All right. So, after a week of resting, a little bit of doing things together, befriending cats, speaking with old, wise, very lucky women, you are recovering a fair bit.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's time, more than likely, for your journey to continue.
I'll bottle the alcohol that was left from her healing. And
Yeah,
I'll-
I didn't really use it that well.
Yeah, I'll have a bottle of alcohol in my pocket. And I'm going to show you the map, and we're going to be heading towards the nearest river, and I'm going to be trying to get us a raft so we can travel quicker and hopefully get to a bigger port so we can then head on to my town where I grew up in.
Yes. As you stated earlier when we were discussing, you mentioned that you wanted to go kind of north along the marked path upon the map
Yes.
that goes between the mountains and trees up past Lord Gwyn's estate and possibly towards Berlin.
Possibly. Yeah.
All right. Well then, is there anything you wish to do before you embark on this journey?
I will say great thanks to the lady. I'll give her a handful of ladybugs that I've gathered.
She gives you one more kiss on the forehead, restoring that 1d8, which you are able to use for another 24 hours.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, of course. Thank you for coming. I hope you will come again soon, both of you.
Catherine winks at Granny. Says, "Stay lucky."
She winks right back. I blinked.
She's old. Her eyes don't work right.
I always do. And with that, you are free to go. Who will be rolling 1d4 for travel this time?
My turn.
Yeah.
Have at it.
Stretch, kitty, stretch.
That is a 2 again.
A 2
Even.
again. Well then,
Do we
let's see what
income-
you get.
The kitty follows us. We need to now adopt
You're
a cat.
actually really lucky. You got a 4, which has already been used up. So you encounter nothing this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Unless you're dedicated to
Smooth sailing.
re-rolling.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay. So you continue up northward. And it's a wonderful time. You know, the birds are singing. Some of them are purple. A lot of them are yellow.
Don't touch the
3 of them are
purple.
orange. 1 of them's red. They go tweet, tweet. A few of them caw as before. Some of them just whistle. And there's a little bit of a hoot mixed in there. There's a very confused owl in these woods.
Okay.
What's an owl doing out here during the middle of the day? Now then. The forested valleys leading north are dominated by Lord Gwyn's estate. Trekking toward them, you spy a tall wooden tower that stands on rickety-looking legs. It's about 15 by 15 and 90 feet tall, with thin window slats in each wall. This tower bears down on the road, and a pair of horses indicate that it may be occupied.
I will tell her about the locals and like how these estates, and they are really strict on protecting their land, so that's why we're avoiding crossing them at the moment.
So that's we're taking the main roads.
Yes, that's why I would not be concerned with myself, because usually when I'm alone I can just keep running and hiding, but
Oh, but I'm dragging you down.
that's not what I'm saying. It's just you haven't been outside ever, at least not since you were like 5 or 4 or how old we were. It's been a while. I just want us to get you adapted to being above and moving so long. I just want you to become stronger.
Admittedly, I am not very strong.
I'm dexterous more than strong, so you're not alone. She giggled to herself. Yeah, but no. So we're taking the pass. It's gonna be safer. Build up your strength. Hopefully, maybe get some maybe jobs on the way. We shall see.
All right.
Kill more people with diaries for you to read.
I don't. That was a one-time thing.
Are you telling me you wouldn't read another diary
I
should you
always-
happen upon it?
You know, you never know. Just so fun. Everybody different writes it differently and like a little details, and sometimes they doodle too. So you never know.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, with the road ahead and that tower right next to it, how do you proceed?
Well, they're horses.
There are 2 horses.
Do they have any sigils, or how do you say not embroidery?
Nothing like that, but they do have saddles on them. They've got a little bit of gear there. They're tied up.
And the riders are anywhere to be seen?
You don't see any riders right now.
Okay. Well, do you want to stop by for a snack before we continue? Very good.
Here?
I don't know, this is like a good station to stop by.
With the horses.
Horses are fun to hang out with.
I was in a cell.
And you had no horses, did
I had no horses,
Yep.
and I would prefer the company of myself to horses,
You can sit over there if you want to.
if you insist.
Whatever you want to do!
Now, hearing all of this talking go on and on and on, eventually one of those little window slats opens up, and you can kind of see a shaded face in it looking down at you and shouting, "Who goes there?"
Greetings. Just travelers on the way trying to figure out if we're eating here or not.
There's nothing to eat here. This is a watch post for the esteemed Lord Gwyn's estate.
And we're grateful to be by this watch post. We're just stopping by for a few minutes just so we can take a deep breath, calm down, and then continue on our way.
Calm down and continue on your way. Well, long as you're not doing anything nefarious, I suppose you can do so. If you spend any more than 10 minutes by the watch post, though, I'll have to ask you to leave, lest I put an arrow through each of your necks.
There, you also shoot. Are you, like, and she'll get really interested, like, what kind of arrow do you use? Or what kind of, like, bows, like, what kind of model? What do you do?
A long bow and whatever is given to me by the esteemed Lord Gwyn.
Can I see it?
You keep asking me questions, and I'm sure you'll be seeing it very soon.
I can show you mine.
Eat your food.
But it's freaking...
Listen to your friend. Clock's ticking. 9 minutes.
I'll eat my
8 minutes.
fried fish. And bunnies. And a ladybug added to it.
God.
Saucy.
All right. You consume your food. Is there anything else that you guys do? The window slat remains open, and there is a watchful eye upon you from this watchtower.
Is it a Huaran as well?
Hard to tell. They're all the way up there. You can't see many distinguishing features.
Don't mind me.
Okay.
And many jokes. They're not meant to be here. We're good. Yes. Sorry.
All right. So, Catherine, what's good with you?
Sorry, I'm having flashbacks right now.
Catherine is going to impatiently tap her foot and alternate between staring up at the one who so dearly wishes to put an arrow through their necks and looking down the path where they are to go next.
Whenever you're staring up at the watch post, you lock eyes with this individual. There is potential for a staring contest. Do you engage?
I engage.
You engage. All right. First thing to do, roll 1d4 right now. What'd you get?
1.
A 1 as well. Evenly matched. That means we're going to have to go into a true contest. Get out a d20.
I have inspiration too.
Prepare yourself. You're going to be rolling your choice of a perception check, an insight check, or nature. For some reason.
Okay.
It's philosophical.
19 plus 3.
Well, you beat the natural 1 because this one, the moment you look at him, a ladybug flies into his eye.
Oh shit.
Are they trained ladybugs?
Yeah, I trained them.
He is half blinded.
Good.
Has disadvantage on everything
Oh my god.
because too busy trying to get that out of his eye. You have 1 for now.
I'm so glad.
What do you do next, if anything?
I tap my foot and wait for this one to finish her jerky. You seem to be enjoying that.
You need to keep... I tried it by myself. I'm really happy with what I did, okay?
She takes it, gives it back.
Good.
Delicious.
Good.
Are we
Thank you.
done?
It actually does taste very good. A little bit gamey, but it's okay. The salt complements it quite well, and
I tuck it into the side of my cheek and chew on it for later.
there's a little bit of spice.
Okay.
I am really good with my dry jerky. And I'm gonna fine, I'll keep this for later. You just need to keep yourself strong to be able to continue moving.
All right.
Well, let's continue moving.
All right. As you continue moving, a bumblebee kind of bumbles over and starts just kind of buzzing along beside you guys, stopping at flowers here and there. And you continue traveling. Who So do a d4.
I'll do it, if I may. 3.
A 3. No encounters. All right. So as you are traveling on along, you pass by Lord Gwyn's estate. It is a very big compound. They have walls. They have beautiful towers, stacked buildings with just wonderful little stone shingles. You can see kind of dragons and phoenixes and leopards and bears, among other animals, carved in stone along the sides of the walls between windows. It's something to behold, even if you're only able to see the very top of it over those walls. There are gates. The gates are guarded. Do you choose to do anything here, or are you just going to continue on your way?
Within earshot of the guards, Catherine will exclaim, "Surely I've never seen something so extravagant in my whole life."
One of the guards looks at you and goes, "The esteemed Lord Gwyn would certainly love for you to say that to him. I'll be sure to relay it." The other one rolls his eyes.
I also rolled my eyes when she was saying, I'm like, I cannot.
Seeing you roll your eyes after he rolled his eyes, he winks one of them at you.
I'll wink back and just like, good gosh, let's go.
Ooh, he blinks at you though.
He rolls a nat 1 on winking.
Yes,
and
he
blinks
does.
instead.
He's blinking very intensely. It makes his eyes water.
Oh, no.
If there were any sleepy seeds, they are long since drowned and flushed out.
Okay. I'll just say, good job protecting this wonderful estate. Let's go, Catherine.
To this he says, "It is my esteemed pleasure, my lady."
Oh, God.
And with that, you are free to continue walking.
Thank you.
A pair of halflings on the road.
Yes.
Eventually, however, the road ends at a watchtower. Much like the first one you saw, this one is located by the river, one of those long arms of thin river that eventually feed down, join, and form the base of the Immortal River, which travels westward.
Yeah.
So,
This is where we can get the rafts.
this is where you are going to have to decide how you make your way towards the area where there are rafts. On this, you can see that there is, river. Consulting your map, you'll know that there's river, section of land, river, section of land, river, and then Rulin, which has probably rafts there. You could also just try braving the woods so that you would only have to go over one section of river, which is by the woodside.
How there's these creatures in the area called the Yuri,
Yeah, really.
Yuri, and they are quite dangerous, and they are supposedly living around these woods. I never encountered one, but they are quite big, which everything is large for us, and hairy and just dangerous. If we want to get there quicker, we can take the woods, or if you want to take our time, we can go up and down around the path until we get around to the location that we need to get to.
Well, where's the nearest city?
That's the one that we're talking about, going through the woods to
Rulin. This
Rulin,
is no city, but it is a
village.
village.
It has rafts that can take us to the bigger town, and then it can take us to my hometown. It will cut
Your hometown.
I was there longer than in Jaywood, so it became home. I got there since,
You were so eager to take it back, and now it means nothing to you. Let's get a raft. I'm tired of walking.
All right. So, do you elect to cut through the woods?
Yes.
All right. You journey northwards to cut through the woods.
I might shoot you.
Establish a marching order. Who leads? Who follows?
I am leading because I did this before.
Do you allow this?
I do allow this.
All right. Are there any special activities that either of you are doing, or merely contributing towards your passive perception, helping look
Running
around?
sneakily, I would like to.
You're going to move sneakily. This will slow your travel pace.
I then just the Yuri are
Urine.
urine.
Yeah, Ren.
The Yeren are nothing to be trifled with, and we're quite small, so that
All right.
worries me.
Well, then I'll have both of you roll for stealth.
We have
17.
17.
Stealthy boys. Okay. 14.
14. All right. So while you're walking through these woods, you manage to pass by a leopard.
Ooh.
You evade a flock of purple birds.
Oh, don't touch those.
And there's even one little toad that doesn't notice you as you swiftly step past it.
I love it.
Eventually, you reach the riverside. All it takes is finding a way across, though there are no bridges around here, and you'll be on the road right next to Berlin.
Okay. There's the river. Is there a tree going up above it?
There are no trees that extend all the way over it.
How long is this river thing, so I can see if I can use my grappling hook?
This is
Like
going
how wide
to be.
is it?
Yeah.
It's probably going to be longer than your grappling hook.
I'm going to attach my grappling hook to my hempen rope of 50 feet. Will it,
All
can I
right.
reach it?
Just a question of whether you can secure it to something on the other side. The other side lacks trees.
Does it lack trees?
It doesn't really have many trees that are next to the riverbank at this area.
I have my.
You can try.
I want to attach to my. Can I attach to my arrow somehow and like shoot it?
I don't know if that would be very good because it's kind of weighted as part of the way that it works.
What if I don't use the grappling hook and I just attach this rope?
Yeah, I
you
guess you
think?
could attach a rope and shoot that.
Okay. And so I'm trying to read what I have. I am not a water dweller, sadly. But I'm thinking about shooting the rope there, attaching it to a tree over here, and then just like climbing it across. Or do you have any cleaning magic that can get us across this thing?
I can't clean up a river.
I don't know what you can do.
While you discuss, there is a sound behind you. It's an alarm of birds just cawing and a cacophony as they fly away.
Well, that's not good. And she will pull out the arrow and tie the rope and like immediately try to shoot the tree that is hopefully there.
No tree on the other side for you.
You said there's some baby trees.
No, not on the water's edge.
Not on the water's edge on the other
It's
side.
just nothing. There's not a rock
Just
or
a riverbank.
or dinner.
I mean, there's dirt. There's riverbank, there's mud, there's dirt. There's that. There might be some bushes, but bushes are not a tree.
I'm going to. I get distracted. I'm going to.
Fireworks again.
Yeah. I'm going to attach the rope to this tree
Okay.
that's by me. And I'm like, okay, we can use this if we start getting dragged by the current. Want to try to swim? If I cannot shoot anything on the crossway.
All right.
I
You
have
try to
nothing
swim
I
with
can.
the rope attached to you, huh? Very bold. And very timely as you hear the crunching and crackling of branches being broken a little ways off behind you in the woods.
Do you have anything you can do?
No.
I'm going to try to swim. I am going to try jumping into the water and swim across.
All right, athletics check.
And I'm going to hopefully do current. It's really fun because I'm not strong.
The water feels very cold as you jump in. It's not a
4.
terribly strong current, but you are not terribly strong. Luckily, you have a rope on you, and you're just dragged downstream.
I got this.
The rope prevents you from being pulled all the way downstream, and just because the way it goes, you eventually meander kind of towards the riverbank and are able to climb back up. But that is precious time wasted. What do, Catherine?
Catherine is uncomfortable with the crunching sound and the reverberations of those footsteps, presumably.
There are footsteps indeed.
And she grits her teeth against the cold of the water and trudges forward, keeping an eye on the riverbank. Not quite taking the plunge to get swept away in the current yet.
All right, you are not yet in the current. You hear more branches breaking. Whatever's coming, it's very close now. You've probably got maybe one more 6-second span before it enters view. All right, you're back up. You can try going across, but because you've tied yourself to the rope, you have to go all the way back up in order to go over.
I'm trying to imagine.
That's going to take you a fair bit of movement.
Yeah,
You may need to take the dash action.
I might. I don't. Can I, from where I am, just try to start swimming there's a robot just do this.
You would be swimming against the current that way, so you can do it, but I'm going to impose disadvantage on you.
I already have disadvantage of my strength things. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm not scared. I'm gonna go up there again, back
Alright.
to Catherine. I'm like, that's fucking bullshit.
You get up there, but you don't have enough movement since you have not taken the dash action.
And I'm gonna untie the rope,
Okay.
put it back.
Alright.
Give me a second. I'm gonna go up on the tree. Sorry, I have cat hair on me.
You're gonna try and climb the tree too.
Yeah.
All right. You'll be climbing the tree next turn. Most of your movement was taken walking,
Yeah.
so
Don't worry.
at this point, Catherine, you're in the water. So are you gonna try and get all the way across?
Catherine throws her hair into a quick braid and plunges into the cold water.
I would like a athletics check. Forgot for a second there.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
4.
Welcome to my club.
You are swept away, and with nothing holding you, down the river you go. You're dragged 60 feet in this turn.
Okay.
Yep. All right, so she's away there in the water, and you are in the tree as a massive beast comes into view. It is the shape of a human, but far bigger. It's quite hairy.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a leathery looking face, big teeth,
Uh-huh.
and it hasn't quite yet noticed you in the tree.
Okay.
But it has noticed someone in the water.
Okay.
It runs toward the river's edge and jumps in.
Can I shoot it?
And now you will all roll initiative.
Okay. Because I want to cast protection from good and evil if need be.
10.
Natural 1.
Okay, all right. Just give me 1 second here, you guys. Just
I'm gonna cry. A little bit.
No, you're not. You're going to fall out of that tree.
I am. No. I'm gonna fall into his arms and he's gonna find me really charming. He's gonna be like, ooh, who are you? I'm like, well.
That sounds like a terrible romance novel.
oh my god.
Yes. Or that comic that I saw also with D&D. Where he
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he rolled like a natural 1 and she's like, well. Because he was like trying to intimidate him. He's like, okay,
Oh,
roll.
yeah.
Yeah, that
It's
one.
like against an orc or something.
And he's like, okay, I'm gonna try to seduce him. And there's like a natural 20 when he tries to go the opposite way. I'm like, that's how I'm feeling about the situation. You never know.
Yep. And then you bring home your new orc husband.
Is that the guy who's murdering everybody? Shh, just don't make sudden movements. Our son is happy. Leave him be.
Grog goes from Grog to Greg, and now he has a garden and cares about tomato plants.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Let's just.
Are you ready to fuck us up?
I am not worried.
I am.
Oh, you should not be. You're amazing.
I'm very worried. All right. So remind me, what was the initiative?
I am lucky. Wait, I roll a natural 1. I can re-roll natural ones.
Oh, that's right. You
I
better
am-
do that.
Aha, aha.
You better do that right now.
You better.
All right.
7.
And what did you get, Catherine?
Thank God. Woo!
What did I get? I forget.
14. No, it was like higher. It was like above a 10.
Was it below a 19?
Yes.
Okay, we'll call it 15 and say that's good enough.
Yeah.
Ooh. My friend rolls a dirty 20.
Who the fuck is it?
All right.
I am okay. I will not fall into the arms of this creature.
Okay, well then your friend goes first. Let's just arrange this. We'll call these the 2 river banks that you said you were 5, 10. We'll call it about there, and this thing
I'm just seeing my sister being drowned again.
Oh yeah, you're in a tree. There you go. All right. Your friend may begin. Assuming your friend is still in your hair.
Is he drowning?
There is a rustle and a parting of hair, but nothing comes out. Or at least whatever comes out must be invisible, because you don't see anything.
Bullshit. Okay.
Ladybugs.
And that's the end of my friend's turn.
All right, so, well, it is the other thing's turn, and it... 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 reaches you.
You said I'm 60 feet
Yeah.
downstream.
Go
Oh,
for
okay.
it.
We'll make
We can
those
move- we can
10-foot squares then.
Yeah.
We can do 10 feet for right now.
Let's move it all the way up there.
Okay.
You know, it has a speed of 40 anyways.
Okay,
It
so
shouldn't
it's
be
20
sad.
feet away.
We'll call it. We'll just say that. That's
Okay.
Okay.
It's doing
You
its
know,
thing.
just keep the water dragging you, and you'll be fine.
It disappears under the water for a second, and when it comes back up, it heaves a ball of mud at you. Does a 13 hit?
Yes, it does.
A 13 hits.
No.
This ball of mud
Doing good roll.
deals 2 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Your hair's gonna look so great.
It's a mud mask.
Yep.
All right, now it is Olivia's turn.
I'm going to Hunter's Market.
All right.
It's gonna get the butterflies and everything around his body.
It doesn't like the butterflies.
It doesn't. Butterflies and
Swats
moths.
at them.
And she will shoot twice, and hopefully hitting him.
All right, what's the first one?
The first one will be 17.
A 17, you hit.
17 hits, so let's roll for damage. So a d8. That's, yeah, d8 plus 10. I'll use also the other d6 Slayer Prey thingy on top of that. So these two. So 6 plus 3 plus 2 is 11, and 14 damage for the
total?
first one. Yeah.
All right.
And then she's gonna shoot again. Yeah. It loaded, but I remember. Shit. Shoot. It's creating a new character, guys. It thinks we're gonna die. So,
Oh, jeez.
oh, yay. 19 plus 7. I hit.
You hit.
And it's gonna be again a d8 plus 6. And I don't know if I can extract anything from him yet. That's fine, let's do this for now. It's gonna be 5 plus 3 plus 2 is 10 points of utter piercing damage.
He gets a little bit pierced.
And then I'm going to, because he's in the water, but he mightn't come. I need to get him away from her because I think the Aries' natural habitat is the water, so they're probably really great swimmers, right?
Could be.
Okay. So,
One
I
thing
can-
to
oh,
note
yeah.
is your arrows that have sunk into it.
mhm.
It seems almost as though they are barely having an impact. I mean, they're doing something, but they don't hit the way that your other arrows do when they stick into a wild boar or even a bear.
Gotcha. Well, I don't think I cannot use that yet, the ability that I have. So I'm just going to stay in my tree and just scream at it like, "Hey, furry fuck, come over here!" Sorry.
You can keep shouting.
Come get me, coward!
All right.
Sorry.
You know what? I'm just gonna have you roll for intimidation.
Okay.
Just real quick intimidation roll. Just see.
I apologize for my swearing. Interpretation. Alright. 5.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Fuck you!
So, Catherine, what's up?
Catherine sees this disgusting hairy beast, and all of this hair is just coming downstream in
It
her
sure
direction.
is. Some of it looks kind of
And
dirty.
she's spraying the water, just splashing it back at him, saying, "Get away from me, you beast!" Ugh! Casting Toll the Dead.
Okay.
So please make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom
for
A
this.
saving.
necromancer? What the heck?
It fails.
So our friend is gonna take 2d12.
Ooh. Roll two
Because
12s.
he's already had damage, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
damage
so he's
him.
gonna take 2d12 necrotic damage.
All right.
And that is 5 total.
It seems that your spell has landed, but it's just not having the impact you expected. Whatever this thing is, it almost looks as though it has very specific things that do or don't work on it. Well, its flesh isn't really rotting. It's not seeming diseased. It just scratches very intensely.
And with my bonus action, I will command my friend to take an attack action
Okay.
on his next turn.
All right. It is your friend's next turn.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Also, you get swept a little farther down.
Okay. Well, my friend is going to break out his short bow.
All right. Your friend will be revealed upon taking an action.
Yes. And that is a 14 to hit.
14 to hit. That hits.
All right, so that is 1 piercing damage, and please make a Constitution saving throw.
1 piercing damage. Spicy. All right. Let's do con saving throw. 8.
8. So you are poisoned for 1 minute.
All right. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks for 1 minute.
All right, and
When your
you,
friend did this, where was your friend located?
about where I was before,
Okay.
and then he is going to use the rest of his 40-foot flying speed to go straight up in the air.
Straight up. You know,
What am I seeing?
give me a very quick stealth check. Let's see how swiftly all of this happens, given the size of your friend.
I mean, he's quite small.
It's quite small, so we'll see.
Is he a freaking pixie? Because he will die.
11.
An 11. You see what looks vaguely like a small humanoid thing with wings
Fucking.
dart straight up into the air.
I'm gonna kill it.
Okay.
All right. And now on this creature's turn, seeing that you're getting so far away, it's not sure if it's even going to be able to catch up with you. The river is so strong. And it turns back towards the thing that's been
Son of a bitch, come at me right
5,
now.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's near you. It reaches down, picks up a rock, and heaves it at you.
I have cover because of my body size with the tree. Yes.
It has disadvantage. The
Yes.
first roll was a nat 20. The second roll is also a nat 20.
How?
Look. 20. All right, so your cover is meaningless.
That's rough, buddy.
Jeez, this is gonna be a tough one. I'm sorry. I don't
Okay.
have enough dice on here, so I'm gonna do it on here.
Uh-huh.
How much HP do you have?
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know, do I? How
I have-
much is it?
40.
40?
40.
Cool, because this boulder that sails through the tree hits you, dealing 24 damage. And then you are knocked out of the tree, taking an additional 1d6 bludgeoning damage. So that's 4 more damage. So that's 28 damage in total from this giant rock being hurled at
It's
you.
been nice knowing you.
Yeah, I have 12 hit points right now. So, okay.
I'm so sorry.
Are you though?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Also, you have to roll for poison damage for him.
Oh, does he take poison damage as well?
He's poisoned for a minute.
Being poisoned doesn't mean you take poison damage.
No?
No, it's a separate condition. It just means you have
Man, I
disadvantage
don't
on attack rolls and
understand
ability checks.
conditions.
Yeah, I feel now.
We can talk about them later if you want. There's
Alright.
one appendix that just has all of them on here. I
Okay.
have it open for my own reference at this time. But you know what? That does remind me of something. That poison did a thing that I forgot about when I take away all the damage. the poison had a very special impact on this creature that I had forgotten when I homebrewed it up. Its arms seem weak. When it went to try and pick up that boulder, in reality, the boulder wasn't thrown. The boulder, it tried.
Are we doing take-backs?
I have to, because that's what is written on the... I got 2 natural 20s, and because of what I've...
Yeah, and you forgot.
Well, the thing that I homebrewed isn't showing up in the thing, so I'm using the base that it was built off of, and I'm just going from memory the special features of it, and I forgot about the poison, and you did manage to get him poisoned, so he can't throw the thing.
His arms are numb. So you don't take 28
You take
damage.
0 damage. No rock was thrown. The tree is fine. You're still in there. I messed up, and I am okay to admit it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank God. I am so happy.
I can be wrong, too.
All right. I mean, I like to play by like the show must go on, no take-backs, no backsies.
You want to go with the nat 20s?
I mean, no,
well,
but
it's a nat 20, so maybe he managed to throw
Maybe
it.
like half the damage, maybe.
Okay, we'll do half the damage.
So
Sure.
how much was it?
That was 28 damage, so that would be
14.
14 damage
I can
instead.
deal with that.
And I'll say that you didn't fall out of the tree.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though, that includes the bludgeoning, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I am a generous god.
I know things, and sometimes I forget stuff. Worry not, someday you will DM for me.
Okay.
And then
see
you can
about
pay
that.
me back.
Okay. Well, with that, being in that tree still okay.
Okay, good.
I'm
so glad.
I have an idea. I'm not gonna use it because I cannot do damage, but I can technically, I keep shooting, okay, I cannot shoot. Sorry, I'm panicking. I don't have poison arrow, sadly, but seeing him being like, okay, I got
it's
you.
still poisoned for 1 minute.
Does he look like his hands are in pain?
They're just not working right. It's like, he barely managed to heave that with
Okay.
both arms.
I'm going to try to shoot him in the arms.
All right, take a crack at it.
Yeah. And I'll have now back the Slayer's Prey and the first one. 3 + 7.
You do not hit.
It's okay. Okay. And then the second shot. I probably don't. I'm not lucky with my lady.
Oh, you hit.
With the 25, and I'm gonna use the Slayer's Prey on this one. With my thing. So 6 + 4 + 2 + 5.
All right.
17.
Thank you. I like that
17,
one.
that's pretty neat.
And then I'm going to. How tall is this tree?
The tree is like 30 to 40 feet tall.
Yeah, he's probably tall as this tree.
I don't know if he's as tall as that tree. That's pretty tall.
Question. I know about the Yuri a little bit. They like climbing trees?
You know about the Yeren,
Yeah.
and you know that they definitely like climbing trees. They're very good at it. They'll even climb caves
Okay.
and cliff faces.
Just gonna put the bow and arrow on her back, and she's going to jump into the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
You jump into the water.
Yeah.
Get
and
in
she's
the
gonna,
water.
And she's going to let the current move her. Whee!
Are you
Alright.
swimming with the current?
I'm swimming with the current.
All right.
Does it double my speed?
So you're just going down here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go.
Apply your normal speed, and then we're gonna add 10 more feet.
Okay, and then it's gonna be
I might say
5.
soon.
10.
Oh, geez, that was loaded. Okay. All right. So, got that far, and I'll give you 2 more. That makes sense.
Thank
That's
you.
consistent with where it's been.
I jumped, and just like when I'm swimming, I'm like, "Doo-doo."
Catherine, the current carries you off the map. So, what are you gonna do?
Catherine is going to disregard the blatant threat of the Yeren and swim towards the opposite shore.
All right. Roll for athletics.
18.
You make it.
Great.
Beautiful.
Looks like the current kind of subsided a little bit in this part.
All right. And with that, it's your friend's turn.
My friend's turn. Well,
If it's a fairy.
he's not a fairy.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain that to me.
Does she have to?
I don't know.
I do what I want.
Can you tease it out?
We'll have a tea.
My friend is going to, again, hit with that short bow.
All right, I'll get the saving throw ready.
So it's a +6 to hit. Oh, that's 12.
You do hit,
Oh.
and he rolled a...
A Constitution saving throw, please.
Yep, he got a 2. +4.
Ooh.
+4 makes
Okay.
it a 6.
Okay. Well, you are poisoned for 1 minute longer.
He's poisoned.
Good.
He's still poisoned. All right, and on his turn, he's gonna try going into the water to swim after you, but finds that his arms aren't working the way he wants to. He can walk. He's very tall, but he can't really swim, and it doesn't like this.
Mm-hmm.
Goes back to the trees and disappears for now. Yay. For now.
Yeah.
Can you get to the other side?
I'm gonna try.
Combat is for now ended.
Okay, and athletics, I have -1 actually in athletics. Yeah.
Me too.
9.
Roll again.
And 14.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. With that, you get to the other side. Feel free to discuss as you travel to Berlin. It's just a short jaunt away.
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine.
That was a beast. So good.
Yes, it was a beast.
Does anything return to your hair?
She fluffs up her hair nonchalantly.
I thought I saw something flying from you.
Ugh, God, the insects around here are terrible. That's honestly one thing I miss about the cell. There's no bugs down there, save for the occasional cockroach.
Okay.
I heard you snort. Incredible. Oh, okay. It's almost not worth thinking about.
It's just like, I don't know.
All right.
I'll pick out those bugs from your hair. It's freaking me out.
It's fine. It's
Should I
fine.
cut
Please
your
don't.
hair?
No.
Okay.
Do not touch my hair.
That's what I say to people, but now I see the appeal of why they want to do this too, also to my hair. Because you're also big of a mess, not kept at all.
I can show you how to braid it if you want.
I never learned how to braid.
I can later.
Okay,
All right.
we're bonding. It's not
Don't
that.
say that out loud.
Okay.
That spider in your hair.
Didn't like getting wet.
No, he didn't like it at all.
He's
You can
not
see
there
that he,
anymore.
tried to make himself a little umbrella with his web, but it barely works because he's just a spider and he doesn't even have thumbs. Anyways, you guys reach Berlin Village.
Okay.
It is a small fishing village built partially upon the water. They appear to be doing well as you look around and preparing for a fishing festival, wherein they might be using all sorts of traditional implements of spear fishing to see who gets the biggest catch.
Okay.
You
I
see
might
a
sell
lot
my
of special spears out there.
Can I sell my spear here?
You can take a crack at it.
I will find a local spearsman
Okay.
and be like, greetings, hi. I do have
It's the weekend after 4th of July.
Yes.
Don't be alarmed.
You can be alarmed if you want to.
yes.
Sometimes
It's-
we are. Anyways.
It's the festival and they have fireworks. No, I'll go to the spear guy or whatever they have a spear master. I don't know.
Sure, there's a
Salesman.
master
Yes,
of
thank
fishing.
you.
A master of fishing, featuring spears and poles alike, all kinds of nets and little crab traps. They're so fun looking.
So good. Look at all of this. Sorry, I'm just gonna be gushing over the trash bell. Oh wait, I need to sell. Hi, I'm trying to sell the spear. Could I do that here?
He looks at the spear and he's like, yeah, and then he looks more closely at the spear. Do you let him continue to look at it?
Is it a concerned look of spear? Is he looks?
Roll for insight. Let's find out.
Okay. Insight check. 17.
You can tell it is a look of concern.
I found this on the road, and I just wanted to know if I can like salvage something out of it because with my little arms, I cannot really use this thing.
He grabs it from you and looks down the handle, and then there's like a little bit of wrapping at the very base of it.
Not anymore.
He undoes this and finds his own maker's mark hidden beneath. This is one of mine.
Oh.
Originally meant for spear fishing.
Okay.
For it to be on the road so far from... Was
Yeah.
it near a river?
It was only in the woods. We were like closer to the north.
You're sure it was just on the road? There wasn't anybody holding it? Or nearby, or
Not that I
a
seen.
body?
Well, we did see a body on the way.
He was a little farther away from the
Yeah.
spear, though.
Damn. Must have been Boshu.
Borshu?
Boshu.
Was he from this village?
He was never very good at catching fish.
Oh.
Took his spear and thought he was going to do something bigger.
Well, there were no fish in the woods.
There are no fish in the woods. Also, both of you roll deception as you lie.
We can reload. We're halflings. We're halflings. We are halflings.
Is it a 1?
Roll it again.
Okay, you're a halfling. Do your halfling stuff.
Yeah.
Right quick.
Deception.
Plus 7.
13.
So he doesn't think twice of you, but when your friend with just the massive hair says this, and he sees that spider just shaking its head, something doesn't add up here. You were pretty eager to jump in and tell me about that. Why so keen to offer up details?
You look like you wanted some.
I know, but I don't know. I don't know what to think about all this.
I
I'll
know.
be keeping an eye on you two while you stay in the village.
Okay.
But yes, I can buy the spear off of you.
If it's yours, you don't have to.
It's one I made and one I sold. I recognize my craftsmanship. That doesn't mean that I own it.
Okay.
It's belonged to Boshu. He left here just before we were going to start the festival.
Well, I appreciate it. And can you tell us more about this festival?
Well, it's a spearfishing festival. We believe that spearfishing teaches patience, speed, and resolve. If you look around, you'll even see all kinds of wooden plates hanging up and little symbols of the leopard carved throughout. As you should probably know if you've spent any time in the area, the leopard exemplifies these same values that we find and train in spearfishing.
Yeah, we did see one on the way here.
Yeah.
Fascinating creatures.
So, if you feel like participating, go for it, but if there's anything else that you need, make sure you get to it before the festival goes underway. Once people start drinking, it can be hard to get anything else from them.
Yeah. How much gold do I get?
You receive 3 gold
Thank you.
and a very stern look.
Have a good festival? That's what you say? Enjoyed the festival?
I will.
And let's go look around. Maybe I can get some arrows that I need because I lost a few.
When does the festival start? Tomorrow?
Should be beginning tomorrow and fully underway in about a day's time.
I think we should get a good night's rest first.
Agreed.
All right. You choose to seek a raft come morning.
A what?
A raft?
To,
Yes.
to participate in the spearfishing?
Oh, do you want to do the spearfishing?
I do not. Do you want to fish with the spear?
Can I fish
You
with a
hunter?
spear?
Do you want to go spearfishing
I can
at the
try.
festival?
I just sold my spear.
Well, then you don't have a spear.
Will they borrow me a spear?
No, you'll have to get one.
Inventory. Maybe I have an extra spear. I have manacles, a short sword, a stake, a spear. I do have an extra spear. Why do I have a spear?
Is that the spear that you added when you picked up that
Give me a
spear
second. It
initially?
says 5. I added so much more spears. Give me a second. Let me
Oh
just
my.
remove.
Why do you have so many spears?
I don't know. I don't
Hoarder.
know. He collects stuff on the way.
Incredible.
Okay. I have a torch and I have a stake.
I don't know that you have a spear.
I don't know. I don't have a spear anymore.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the raft then.
Yeah, the raft sounds good.
All right. You'll find no issue getting a raft.
Is there any butterflies in the area?
You
That people seen?
don't see any. If you can roll a perception check if you really want to.
Called paranoia. That's my perception check.
Okay. Let's get one paranoia check real quick.
Yeah. Whoa.
A nat 20. You don't see any butterflies at all. You know there's not a butterfly within a mile.
The city is clear of butterflies.
But, you know,
What about caterpillars?
you are able to spot 3 caterpillars, and they are on a bush. What do you do?
I haven't got a natural 20 in weeks and months, so
this is what you use it on.
Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. Sorry, what was the... I think I blanked out a little bit.
What do you do when you see these 3 caterpillars on a bush?
I will...
They look sinister.
I will kill the caterpillar.
You kill them one by one. You slaughter them and their whole family. They are their family.
Oh. I don't know. Do I? I don't know.
You already said it. It's too late.
I don't mind killing the caterpillars, but like... I'm so sad right now.
You gain 3 experience, 1 for each caterpillar.
Thank you. I'll take my experience.
Ooh,
So 9.
do we get any XP
yeah.
for avoiding the year end?
Yeah.
Yeah, having reached this area, you each get 150 experience for,
Excellent.
getting here. You're about to secure a raft, and you didn't die to the thing.
Yeah.
I know it's just by chance that you had one of its major weaknesses.
Very lucky.
But nice.
You're welcome.
Uh-huh.
I almost forgot. You were probably about to die. It has multi-attack. It can hit twice if it gets
I
a
was in
melee
a
range.
tree.
It can climb.
I
It has a
can
climbing
climb,
speed
too.
of 40 feet.
I would just drop myself and kill myself
My
if I need
God.
to.
Anyways, so come morning, you're able to secure a raft with ease.
Thank you.
Some people are going to be going down anyways, so they don't charge you anything.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
You feel like making the trip for free with these people?
Yes, I would
You're
like
at
to.
their mercy if they decide to kick you off.
It's okay.
All right?
I like to bond.
Where are we headed to next?
We are...
Qing Ting.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
And we board the raft, and we will see you guys next in
Yeah.
Qing Ting.
All right. We'll be resuming in Qing Ting. The raft trip is going to take a while. If you want to do a long rest, you can. If you want to do some sort of special downtime activity that could fit within this, you can. But I mean, you're limited because you're on a raft.
They might make some short stops, possibly, for pee breaks.
Anyway,
I think they're just going to pee into the river.
my God.
Who does that?
All together, holding hands. Anyways, cut a hole in the middle.
Oh, God.
So yeah, this concludes A Book of Winter's Wealth, Chapter 2, Journey to the West. A Journey to the West, yeah.
Hell yeah.
And next time we'll see where this goes. Good
Next
job,
time.
you guys. Thanks for joining in. I hope that you'll come again next one and see what disasters they get into. I can't believe you suffered from a double nat 20 attack and then I had to take it back because my own rules.
I'm just so lucky. That's what I pray to.
Yeah. Yeah. Normally, I mean, if I'd remembered it, but I mean, double nat 20, you have to let it happen.
Let us know in the comments about the last time a double nat 20 either helped you guys succeed or it really took a turn for the worse.
What did people say?
I think what we did was...
Oh shit.
Was it
probably.
over something that didn't matter, like a bunch of caterpillars?
Ah.
Because, I mean...
9.
We'll see. We'll see the next time.
Ooh,
All right.
a 1.
Oh!
I'm not rolling any more tonight.
Not tonight.
Thank you all for joining, and we'll be signing off now. Later.
Bye.